Like, maybe we have to send it to them in the post. Like, send it to Elf HQ. Like, the people who, like, authorize them to move and do magic. Maybe they're not allowed.
Oh, maybe they think it's still not Christmas.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get breakfast. We'll try again tomorrow.
Happy Vlogmas, everyone. So we've had a hell of a morning this morning to do with the elf on the shelf. Like, I don't know if you know our drama from last year, okay? Like, we've been doing this elf on the shelf a while now. I didn't want it in my fucking house, okay? Because I know how emotionally dangerous it can be, okay? Like, your kid, she builds it up, you know, it's all about magic. It's all about, like, all of these different things. They're interlinked. Santa Claus, like, childhood, identity, they're all just there in, like, a very delicate vase on the shelf. On any wrong move, you can just throw it all and bust it all open, okay? And these fucking elves are intertwined, and they're a weak point, okay? Because they have to be tended to in a very specific way at a very specific time every day for a whole month. Like, it's very dangerous and stressful, okay? So I didn't want them in my house. I didn't want to get them. My mother-in-law, she bought them for us. She gave that duty to me, okay? Moving beyond that, okay, I managed to keep it going 2 whole years, okay? Every day getting up, thinking of something else to do with the elves, because you run out so quickly, okay? And then also doing it when she's asleep. But like, sometimes she wakes up, she gets up in the middle of the night, and suddenly I'm downstairs. Like, me being downstairs may sort of in some way wake her up. And what if she comes down while I'm doing things? Like, it's like being a thief in the night every night for a month, and I don't have the constitution for it, okay? It's too stressful. And also, like, just like knowing that this delicate vase could crash down to the floor and it be my fault every night. Like, I just can't take it. So last year, I started to share some of the burden with my husband. I was like, okay, James, you can also do them. He was like, let me do them. And I'm like, I didn't want to pass that power over, okay? Because I felt like in some way he would just fuck it up, okay? And like, he does a lot of things really well. He's very supportive. He's very emotional and kind. He's a very good dad. But as an elf doer, he's fucking shit. And I knew that he would be, okay? First thing out the gate, Amwyn sees him putting the elves away in the night, okay? And then I had to fucking sort that out. I had to like create this whole thing where the elves like apologize, you know, and they have to say, do you believe in the magic? Like, how to think like yes or no, do you believe in the magic? And like, I had to cover them in ink, you know, like they'd done the stamping of the letters, do you believe in magic, themselves. Like, it was a whole fucking deal, okay? But this year, like last year, I set it up for it to be the end, you know, and like, oh, we had loads of time, and went writing a note. We had loads of time with you, and when, but you're getting older now. We only really come, like, only little kids have enough belief in the magic for us to be powered by magic, so maybe we won't come, blah, blah. And she was upset about it. It was the end of Christmas. She was sort of okay. Then this year, 1st of December, 1st to the 5th of December, we were in America. We weren't even here, so the elves weren't around. She didn't think of it because she was in America. She was having an amazing time. Suddenly we got here. It's like 8th or so, like a couple days ago or whatever, maybe 6th, 7th. She starts to sort of be like, oh yeah, where are the elves? They haven't come, you know. And I was like, you know, they did say that they might not be able to come. Like, I had hidden them. Like, there was no way. They weren't just out and not moving. They were dead, or they were back at the North Pole, as far as she knew, okay? So James, he's like, oh yeah, you know what? I reckon if you write them a letter, they'll come back. She writes this fucking letter, right? She begs the elves to come and do stuff. And we find the elves. We found them, yay! They're out, they're gonna play. She sets them up, right, in the nighttime. She's like, okay, I'll put them here. I'm gonna give them the pen so they can write something back. I've written them, I've said, please come back and play. And I've given them the pen, and then we go to bed. And then because jet lag is a motherfucker and it's like the gift that just keeps giving, when we come back in time, so like when we go this way backwards in time to America, when we fly west we do okay with jet lag. When we fly east and lose a day, basically we come forward in time, jet lag hits us like a motherfucker to the face and we're just jet lagged for weeks. So we wake up at like 5:45, both of us sort of looking at each other like, what should we do now? Okay. And one's like, elves, let's go down and get them. I was like, okay. Not knowing James didn't fucking do them last night. He was gonna do them this morning before she got up, even though she's jet lagged as fuck, and he didn't tell me. So we go down there and the elves are in the exact same place that Emma put them. She's begged them, put her heart out on the line, begged them to come to life, and they have denied her because she's not worthy. Is basically the problem, was what happened. So then, rest of the morning, in bed with cereal, crying, me trying to shake her down off the ledge, okay? Like, it's gonna be okay, you're getting older, blah, blah. Like, you know, maybe they haven't come around because there's not enough magic in the house to power it, you know? Like, I'm a grown-up, like I'm not a proper grown-up who remembers to pay bills and be responsible, so I do still have a bit of belief in magic left in me, okay? But people like Daddy who remember to lock the door every day and, like, you know, remember to send their kid in with a backpack every day, like, there's no magic left in them. They have no belief in magic, no imagination, no creativity, like, they're dead inside. Like, he's out of the running in the powering of the magic department. It's just you and me, baby, and you're getting older, okay? You saw Daddy move the elves and now you've got this thing in your mind. Maybe it's not magic, you know, and that's the seed that's killing it. But it's okay because it's fun to get older. It's fun to go to high school. You're going to high school the year after next year. You know, you're wearing like cuter things, you know, you've got a big grown-up haircut. You're just so wise now in the ways of the world. You help the littles, you know. I'm like, you know, trying to help her off this ledge. Like, it's fun to be grown up, you know. But then, fucking James, he's like, oh, I'm gonna try again with the elves tomorrow. I think she needs to rewrite the letter in a different way, and then it'll fix the magic, and then I'm gonna source it tomorrow. Like, I can't just keep having him putting this out on this ledge, fucking it up, her falling off, and then me having to pick up the pieces every time. I can't. Like, I'm too weak emotionally, okay? Like, on a scale of 1 to 10 for emotions, if it's not literally a 4 to a 6, I'm crying, okay? My crying journal, like, we're gonna talk about that one day for Vlogmas. We're gonna go through all 54 times I've cried this year. I have a feeling I can't do it yet because there's gonna be more times. Specifically probably to do with this elf from the shelf because it's broken me. Okay, that's it, that's the end. I gotta work now, I gotta do work. Also, I now have 3 whole advent calendar books I've not read yet. I haven't touched any of them, all 3 of them, and we've got to get through them before tomorrow because I cannot be 4 full books behind. Like, it's not going to work. Also, I think we should go to the library to cheer ourselves up. They were closed on Saturday because of the storm, so I think we'll go instead today at lunchtime just to, you know, get a bit of cheer back in our lives. Fuck's sake. Okay, should we do a library haul? Okay, there was some good stuff today. Like, it was really busy in there, and part of me, like, feels really good about that, like, really chuffed that the library is, like, always full of people, like, babies doing things, and, like charities meet there to, like, do their stuff and, like, have their meetings. Like, it's not like one of these, like, crusty old libraries that's, like, dead in town and no one ever goes there. It's like a live part of the community, and I love that. But also, everyone shut the fuck up, I can't focus. I just want to have a moment with my books. Why are you all being so loud? But anyway, okay, we'll go through it. Okay, first one, Wayward by Amelia Hart. This is like a witch one, and it's like different times. So there's like one story that's 2019, one story that's 1942, one story that's 1619. And like the 1619 one is like a witch being burned at the stake, I think. That one, that's been on my list for a while, but I had it off the library as an audiobook and then time got on top of me and ran out, so I'll just have it as a book for now. Okay, Brat, A Ghost Story by Gabriel Smith. This one I don't know a lot about. I think it's sort of horror-y. That's all I know. Anyone know about this one? It's just like come up on my NPR, you know, NPR Book Concierge, or like Books We Love or whatever. Like this one was on it and seemed a bit good. Okay, another one that I had the audiobook for from the library, but then like it lapsed and I didn't get to it in time. Book Eaters by Sun Yi Dean. So this one I think is like fantasy. People who eat books, so like they eat stories. Something about like mind powers. Anyway, something to do with magic. I don't really know, but it's been on my list a while. Okay, this one, Eastbound by Melis de Carangal. I don't know. This one I know literally nothing about, except that look how cute it is. Also, it's got like loads of things in the back saying how gorgeous it is. Like the prose is gorgeous, blah blah. And it's like 10 best books of 2023, New York Times. Don't know. Anyway, it's about like a Russian draft dodger, like on a train journey. I don't know. I like really unassuming sort of little things like this. Okay, another little tiny one. Alison Weir, Traders of the Tower. This is one of those like quick reads that I've been reading in my calendar. I didn't get any more of these. Like I really like them and I like to get them from the library because there's absolutely loads of them at the library. But I don't want to get loads of them just in case they're in my calendar, because I did just stick them in without really looking at them or thinking about them at all. So I wasn't sure if I might like double them up. Anyway, I know I don't have this one, so that'll be good. Okay. This was also on NPR's list, I think, for last year, and I never sort of found it. Graphic novel, like an adult graphic novel. Okay, yeah, it's an adult one. And it's these people on spring break go on a trip to New York. It says, elegant vision of an urban paradise slowly revealing its imperfections to the tune of its visitors' rhythms. Cute. Don't know. I like the sort of artwork of it. It looks really cool. And the last one is a super weird one. Okay, like it's like creepy. I think it's like it's supposed to be like a creepy one, sort of, but like in a really like weird sort of way. Okay. Explores the glimmering, unsettling things that haunt us in the midst of life, combining stories, vignettes, and an evocative curiosity cabinet of artifacts and images. like it's got like weird sort of images and stuff. And some of the chapters are called like a haunted house, or like, I don't know. I think it's gonna be well weird, but I might like start that as soon as I can possibly can because it looks weird. Like also while I was there, they have loads of signs everywhere saying that warning that they're about to start doing fines again for late books. They didn't have it for like 3 years or like 4 years, something like that. And I got really into the library in that time. Like beforehand, it always sort of like made me a bit nervous. I've only really flourished in my library life since the fines have gone away because I like get anxiety about it. But they're bringing it back and I can't see myself going back into like my library-less world. I'm just gonna have to sort it out. I don't know, maybe just like accept the fines. Like they're never that much, are they? Maybe just live my life in the way I've been living and then like just accrue fines. Oh, I don't know. I finished one of my backlog, so I've still got 2 more backlogs, but at least I've sorted one out, okay? So this one is actually really good. I'm gonna give this one 4 stars. It is a series, I think. Like, that's maybe the next one in the series or the first one or whatever. And it is a series about Detective Inspector Harry Verdi. So he's a Sikh. His parents are from India, and his wife is Muslim, and they've had a huge to-do. He basically had to give up everything to marry her. Like, his dad tried to kill him, his mother threw him out of the house. Like, she had like a sort of similar issue. But he is a cop, and he's dealing with this like up and comer drug dealer thug guy who keeps killing people, and then like being really brazen about it, like, oh, the streets of Bradford, or like the dealer streets now. It used to be that the cops were in charge of these streets, but now it's the dealers. What are the cops even gonna do? And he like has this cop like thrown out the nightclub. He's like, what are you even gonna do, like that? But Harry Verdi, he's like very much like, okay, maybe I just leave my badge in the car and I fuck you up anyway. Like, it's your word against mine. Like, you're gonna say a cop fucked you up? Like, who says? You say? I think also I say I didn't do that. We'll see what happens, you know? Which is, like, obviously I'm not for that, personally, but as a dude, I enjoy him. So, I think I'm gonna get other ones in the series.
Yes. First word you say.
Okay, if you've made it this far,
Thank
you for
you.
watching. If you have comments, questions, concerns, anything. Also, if you have any questions for Ask Anwen, we had loads yesterday, and maybe we can get some more, and we'll maybe do it tomorrow. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bye, Preppy Slay Queens.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.